What is CUD and what is CUD being used for? Although it is no longer being called CUD, it is now called CU, which is your CU, Certificazione Unico. You know, we have the CU, we have the ISE, and we have the Sette Rental. So these are three different types of documents. So in this video, we'll be talking about the CU, the Certificazione Unica. It is a declaration form that contains your yearly income from January to December, the amount that you received. It is stated in that form, and the amount of tax that you paid and how it was paid, it is also stated in that form. So, and this form has to be submitted to the government, because in Italy you are supposed to declare your yearly income to the government. You're supposed to let the government know and how you pay your tax. The tax that you paid to your comune, we know anywhere you have residence, you normally pay that comune tax every month. You pay the region. If you are staying in Veneto, Lombardia, or any of this region, you also pay that region. Then you also pay the Italian government too. So these are the tax you pay. Then there's other type of tax you pay for the social security scheme. That's the type of money they remove from your salary, they keep for you for your pension, so that when you get old, that's the money that we use to be assisting you. Now in that same CUD, you also have your TFR. TFR is the amount of money they remove from your salary. About 6.91% of your salary is being removed and is being kept for you. So most of the time it is also stated in this CUD. So I will show you where it is written, where your TFR is written in your CUD. I will show you where the CUD is also written, the amount of CUD that you have this year. I will also show you where it is written at the end of this video. So before I continue, I want to quickly please beg you that is watching me now, encourage me, please do it for me by sharing this video so that to get to as many people as possible. And also do me a favor to hit on the follow button, so that anytime I drop a video like this, you can be able to see it. So this is where they normally write your TFR. So look at it now. So you go and check your CUD and also look for your TFR in that CUD. And if somebody asks you how much is your CUD, this is where you will go and look. This is where they normally put the CUD, so that you know the amount your CUD is. Now, what are the things you can do with this CUD? For instance, you want to take a loan from a bank. The bank will ask you to go and bring the CUD. Why? Because that CUD contains your financial strength, your financial ability. So once immediately the bank sees it, this person from January to December, this was how it worked, this was the tax you paid and all that. So they will now begin to evaluate if you have the capacity to be granted that loan that you're asking for. When you want to renew your document, the questura will also ask you to go and bring your CUD. They also want to weigh your financial strength, because for some document they tell you before you can renew, you have to have some certain amount of CUD. So that's the essence why they also ask you to go and bring CUD. So these are some of the things that particular CUD is used for. You want to apply for visa, some members who will say, okay, let's see your CUD. They want to see your financial strength. You want to ask for mortgage, bank will also ask you to go and bring this particular document. So it is a document that contains your financial strength, your financial details from a particular year, from January to December. And you can have more than one CUD in a year. That is, you could maybe, for instance, you work in 2-3 different companies. So all companies will have to do this declaration and submit it to the government. Company 1 will do their own, company 2 will do their own, company 3 depends on the type of how many companies you work with that particular year. So you could have multiple CUD. So when you want to do your Sette Rental, most of the information that they need to do your Sette Rental is already stated in this CUD. So it's from this place that they will use to take those information. So I will do a separate video talking about Sette Rental and how it works, because in this CUD they stated the tax that you paid. So the government will now look at it and say, okay, this person overpaid us. Maybe there are some waiver that they were supposed to give to you. Maybe you have children, you are paying us rent, you have a car, you have that. The government could consider you and say, no, this person is supposed to have this right based on the law. You are supposed to have so and so waiver. You're supposed to have so and so waiver. So it is when you do your Sette Rental, those waiver can be given to you. At times, even after those waiver, the government can also say, even with the waiver, the tax you pay is still not enough. So in that case, you will be the one to also pay the government again. In some cases, when they remove those waiver, they do the tax balance. They will now discover that you overpaid them. Then they will now give you some money back. The one we call tax return, reimbursement. So that's how certificate rental works. So certificate rental could favor you or it could work against you. Thank you and God bless you.